Thank you for muting. Awesome. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, welcome all our parents. I so appreciate you all attending this wonderful parent workshop. This session is all on test taking strategies for the Georgia Milestones for grades 3 through 5. And as I was looking through the chat, I noticed I have a lot of our fifth grade parents and a lot of our fourth grade parents. And if you know a third grade parent, please feel free to share this juicy information. So in this presentation, of course, you have already done the first part. You have joined us and you have signed in and you have shared your student name. But I want just to take a little bit of time to tell you what we're going to talk about for today. Today, we're going to talk about what exactly is the Georgia Milestone, because we do have some parents for our third graders. They are new to the Georgia Milestone. So I'll be talking about the Georgia Milestones and what that really entails. And then I will share a few math and reading strategies, and then we'll have our question and answer session. I hope you find all the information beneficial, and please feel free at any moment to stop me and ask a question. Okay, so I kind of like went over that piece of what our desired outcomes are, so we're gonna just really just jump right on in. So I'm gonna start off with a video, and which gives us an overview, and it's gonna be really quick. I think it's about 3 minutes.
Georgia students, parents, and educators have big goals, and now they have a tool to help them navigate their way. The Georgia Milestones Assessment System. Georgia Milestones provides a clear signal of students' academic performance, including how well they're prepared for what's next, whether that's the next grade, next course, or starting college or a career. Think of Georgia Milestones as a map. It provides information on students' academic journeys, including how well they've mastered the content and skills at each grade or milestone. Georgia Milestones is developed and owned by Georgia and created in partnership with Georgia educators, colleges, universities, and businesses. Old methods of standardized testing are on the way out. Georgia Milestones provides an engaging, innovative testing experience. Students will take tests online, leveraging the power of computers and tablets. Students will still see multiple choice questions, but they will also encounter other questions where they'll be required to demonstrate what they know and can do. Constructed response questions will require students to create an answer rather than select one. Extended response questions will have multiple parts, requiring students to demonstrate a deeper level of understanding and reasoning. Students will interact with technology-enhanced questions. This could involve shading an object, editing text, or classifying items. These questions are more engaging and give students a better opportunity to demonstrate what they've learned. Georgia Milestones includes end-of-grade assessments in grades 3 through 8 and end-of-course assessments in high school. Content areas include English language arts, mathematics, science, and social studies. Results will provide critical information on overall student performance and specific data on skills like reading and writing. Students will receive Lexile scores, which help match students' reading skill with appropriate reading materials. Georgia Milestones will also provide norm reference scores, which tell students how they achieved relative to students across the country. Parents will see how well their student has mastered state academic standards and how prepared he or she is for the next educational level. Teachers will have actionable information for remediation and enrichment efforts. And schools can use this information to identify program strengths and weaknesses. It's amazing how far good information can take us. Georgia Milestones is an innovative assessment program that will help us reach our ultimate goal. Successful Georgia graduates ready to embark on their next journey in life.
Okay, so um, there. Okay, so I hope that at least gave you a good background knowledge of what the Georgia Milestones is all about. So some big takeaways I want you to have is that this is an online assessment, and two, that it is something that will give us a little bit of challenge when we're talking about our math as well as our reading. We will be looking at our lexile scores. We will have kids, we'll get information on our students being able to do what we call multiple choice, more than multiple choice questions, but more so two-step problems where they have to show and explain their thinking. So it is very, very detailed in the information that we get. So I really want to give you a little bit more information about what's going on for this year. So did you know that the Georgia Department of Education is submitting what we consider additive for the Every Student Succeeds Act, which for this school year. So this means that we're not going to have like a summative rating for our CCRPI score. So usually you would get each school and even every district will get a B, C, D rating based off of those scores that are generated within the from the Georgia Milestone. So we're not going to be doing that this year. But what we will be doing is that the Georgia Milestones will be focused on the content mastery and the participation. Let me repeat that one more time. The content mastery and the participation will count for our school. And the main reason why this is happening is because we've been in this thing called COVID for about 2 years. And so they wanted to establish new baselines for our accountability. So we really can't compare what our scores are for this school year based off of last school year because we really didn't have, a huge participation of students doing the Georgia Milestone. It was an opt-out piece that was given last year. And then a year before that, we didn't take the Georgia Milestones. So we kind of like in a very big, wide area where we need a new baseline. So that is what we're doing for this school year. So this will help us determine those baselines for the 2023 school year. Okay. If you have any questions, again, stop me at any time. I will be more than happy to answer those questions. So based off of this information, Fulton County has a new testing window. So I'm sure many of you have more than one child at home, and you may have some children in high school or middle school. So our high school schoolers will start the Georgia Milestone in during April 25th through the 29th. And our middle schoolers would then pick up and start their milestones April 25th through May 6th. And elementary will be May 4th through the 12th. Now, this is a little bit different because we usually, elementary is first, but this time we are further, they have pushed ours back to May. This gives us a little bit more time to work on content mastery and making sure that our students are ready. So we are so ready for the challenge. So again, our window for elementary is May 4th through the 12th. I want you to remember that number, that date, because that is important for our students. Now, even though that is our window, we will have rolling makeups that will occur May 20th. And I think there will be a additional phone blast or for those students who are in that who might need to do some makeups. Now, one thing the video did say was that Georgia Milestones is focused on ELA and math, science, and social studies. This year, social studies is not going to be a part of the test. What's going to be a part of the test for our third through fifth graders, for third through fifth, English language arts, that's our reading, that's our writing, that's our language arts, our grammar, and then we have our math. That's also going to be for grades 3, 4th, and 5th. Now, for fifth grade only, they were just focused on science. So those would be the content breakdowns that will be tested for grades 3 through 5. Now, knowing this information and knowing our testing windows, what we need is right now is for you to really help us reach this goal. One of the things I know I did say was that one of the things that do count for this Georgia milestone is our participation. So participation means that your child is in the seat at Brookview Elementary taking the Georgia milestone. We need 95%. 95% participation rate for our 3rd through 5th taking the Georgia milestone. So that's the one thing that we need from you. So we really need your help to make sure that your son or daughter is in the seat every day taking the Georgia milestone. The second thing we need is our students, our 3rd through 5th grade students, to reach that 80% of mastery for our ELA, as well as 80% mastery for our math. So that means that we really want our students to score that level 4 and that level 3, and really being able to demonstrate that content mastery of where they are, and that's showing that they're on grade level and beyond. So those are our goals, and we really need your help to help us reach those goals. Okay. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to stop me or unmute and ask. So you're probably wondering, how is it that you can really help your child prepare for the test? Some of these things are very general, and I know that you have heard of them, and you are doing them because many of your students come to school every day prepared for learning. So yes, we need you to make sure that your child gets the proper rest. We need to make sure that they are eating a nutritious meal, that they are not hyped up on sugar, so because sometimes sugar really will make them over focused, and then they kind of like will bottom out and say, oh, I'm not ready for the test. Also, we want to make sure that you mark your own calendar for our testing window, and that you are aware and you are constantly reminding your child, say, hey, you know what, we're getting ready for this Georgia milestone. It's only 3 weeks away, it's only 2 weeks away, you're going to do well. We need you to make sure that you're marking your calendar and making sure that your child is aware of this testing window that's coming. Also, even though you're making them aware, you don't need to put any pressure on them or too much pressure on them, but you just really just want to make sure that you're focusing them on the hard work that we know that they do every day. You want them to have, produce hard work for each part of that test. Just like they come in, they do the ELA section, and they put all their time and attention on reading through the passage. We want them to have that same intensity when they do the math, and if it's our 5th grade, also doing the science, because each part of the test matters. Also, of course, in this COVID situation, if your child is sick, to please contact the school immediately and let us know, so that Dr. Smith will be able to know those students who need to do the rolling makeup. So again, these are some things that you, as the wonderful parents that you are already doing, and probably are already full aware. Next, I want you to just really think about the success your child is going to have. And for our students to be successful, they have to already visualize it. They already have to see the winning score. They got to see themselves earning that 4, earning that 3, and demonstrating all of their content mastery on the math as well as the ELA and science portions of the test. So again, that happens by encouraging them to really work hard on doing their very best on the test, and that's also demonstrated when they're doing their homework and when they're doing their work at home and or at school. So help them visualize that success. Next, give them a positive word of motivation. This is one of the things I see Dr. Smith as well as Ms. Wallace do every day. One of the things they often do is is pull a student aside, give them words of encouragement, and really pump them up for the instructional day that they're going to have. And that positive instructional conversation allows that student to soar in that student in that teacher's class. So we're asking you to mirror that same positive language by again giving them the expectation that you have for them to succeed. Okay, so all those things are the things that we feel that are very that will set the tone for them doing well for the test. Of course, and we definitely want to make sure that we focus on this part, because even though we asking them to be present to get that 95% participation, what's also important is that they're there on time. So we don't need them to be late. We don't want any tardies. We want them to be there on time. So please make sure you set the alarms so they don't oversleep, and that they are able to participate in the test on time. One of the things that I do want to pause for a minute and talk about is some of the resources that Fulton County is offering your child. We are offering so many wonderful resources that's helping prepare your child, and one of them is our iReady. Now, here at Brookview, we have a standing homework. Homework is iReady. iReady is an expectation our teachers have for our students to complete 30 minutes of iReady every day in reading and math. But one of the things that, even though this is a standing expectation, we want you as the parent to also check to see if they're doing that 30 minutes, to actually check to see, are they passing that test? Are they passing their lessons? So when you for our third through fourth graders, since they all have their laptops, and when they're at home and they get on, you say, hey, hold on, let's look at your iReady. And when they log into iReady, you will see a dashboard. And that first dashboard, if they're in reading or math, would tell you the minutes that they have been in have done on iReady. It also tell you the lessons that they have passed, and also if they have any teacher assigned lessons. So that is some great information just for you as the parent. And if you see that your child is not passing a lesson, that's a conversation that you can have with your child. And this is some of the things that we're going to talk about as we move forward. So again, our teachers are doing some phenomenal work. Your child has a moment to do what we call a personalized learning pathway, which is adapted to their level to help them fill the gaps to getting them either on grade level or beyond grade level. And then you have this moment where the teachers would do teacher assigned level lessons. At this part of the school year, our teachers are assigning lessons that are on grade level. And this is to help push our students to get that practice of the Lexile level passages and the application math problems that they would need to succeed. So you want to make sure that they're doing that work and that they're passing those lessons. And if they're not, take a moment to have a conversation and say, okay, let's go back and see what's going on in this lesson. Have the child go back, and it would get it, and even though they may not pass a lesson, it will allow them to go back and give a reteach of that lesson so that they can pass it. So there's additional videos that's embedded in there for them to pass. I also want to take a moment to I guess I can say there's other additional things that we are doing. I am going to stop right now and tell you the additional things that we're doing. You know, now if you feel that your child needs additional help, we're going to do a shameless plug for our extended day. Your child can also be a part of our extended day, which is virtual. We have some phenomenal teachers who are doing our virtual for third, fourth, and fifth. That happens at from 4:30 to 6 o'clock on Monday and Wednesday. We also are doing our GMAS prep. Right now, all our third, fourth, and fifth grade teachers are doing 30 minutes of GMAS prep in addition to their daily instruction every day. Again, we're trying to provide additional support all we can, but we really need your partnership to make sure that your child is doing all the work and that they are successful.
So
So,
I just wanted to point out that our tutoring guys, that's happening with extended day is totally free. This is at no expense to any parent. This is the school supporting you. So if you need or would like opportunities for your child to prepare and participate virtually for extended day after school tutoring on Mondays and Wednesdays, please let us know, because we need our kids there. We need them to get as much practice as they can. Also, parents, I need you guys to help me out with the device situation. And I'm just going to throw that out there. In order for us to be successful, we need to make sure that our kids are taking care of the devices that we're giving them, because it takes a while to get replacements from the district. I also need to make sure that they are being used appropriately, and that we are also charging our devices before we come to school. Because during the school day, we have to wait if they go dead in the middle of instruction, or let's say in the middle of the Georgia Milestones. So you want to make sure that we're bringing our devices and bringing the chargers to school daily. So I just want to make sure that I'm putting that out there, because that is a big, big, big thing that we've been tackling daily with our students. And that's something that you guys can help us out with. And again, the most, you guys are being informed because you're here. Unfortunately, we don't have all that we should here, but you guys are in the know. So your kid will be prepared.
And I just to add on to what Miss Wallace said, um, when we do the Georgia milestone, we're using that device that your child is currently has. It's not another device that will be given during Georgia milestone. So we really need them to take care of that device and bring it and bring the charger so that they can take the test and not have any issues during the test. So thank you, Ms. Wilds, for bringing that. Next time I will make sure I add that to my presentation. Okay, moving on. Okay, now let's talk about those math strategies. There are so many math strategies. I'm going to just say that I am very fortunate to work with two wonderful coaches. One is Carissa Worthy. She is our math K-5 coach, and she really brings the strategies. Our teachers are really coached up on using effective research-based strategies daily. And I know that you don't happen to have a little Worthy on your shoulder to assist you at home. However, you do have these few strategies that I do want to mention. We have strategies like Cube that will help you with just kind of like reading the problem, and as they read the problem, helping them circle the important information or underline the important information and boxing the math words. So doing little strategies like that are really helpful. Understanding the order of operations and understanding that you use the parentheses first and do the exponential part and the exponents, and then you multiply and divide. So these are some key strategies. I make sure that I will drop part of these strategies in the chat at the end after I finish. But also when you're one of the things our students just need time to do is just knowing their math facts and just practicing their math facts. So yeah, we can talk about math strategies, but I really want to just get down to the basics. Do your child know their math facts? And that I'm talking about addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Can they do it fluently? And so those are things that just working with your child, making sure they know their math facts and can do them quickly, because that will help them as they're doing these word problems. So at the very lower right hand corner, you see a partial product, and you also see an area model. These are two different ways that a child is required to show their understanding of multiplication. So it's not just, oh, well, 5 times 4. No, I have to really be able to, you apply and demonstrate my knowledge of a partial product format and an area model format. So those skills are very important. And you probably say, okay, Ms. Hubbard, you're talking about all these strategies, but pump the brakes. I don't know how to do this. I want to tell you a couple two things that you really can hone into is Khan Academy, as well as Khan Academy and the YouTube. Yes, I said YouTube. Yes, I YouTube a lot. Yes. So if you have a, sometimes I say YouTube because sometimes it's like a very quick way to get some information. But our students are also using Khan Academy at Brookview, and Khan Academy is one of those things that allow you to watch a video of the math problem and show you how to work it through. And then after you work it through, it will give you a practice problem. So yes, there are some things that your child can do that you can actually watch them do, to watch the video and show you how to do it. Thank you for dropping that in the chat. Thank you. So Khan Academy is one strategy I really want to say that can just take you a long way, because again, those videos are very helpful, because sometimes I don't remember, oh man, that order operation, how do you do that? And it actually will walk you through that process. Now I'm going to show you a video, and I hope I'm going to show you a video real quick.
Before you start the video, we have a couple of parents that just joined. So those who just joined, please make sure that you drop your student's first and last name and grade level in the chat so that they get credit for being here. And thank you for joining.
Amen. Thank you for joining. Ms. Freeman, how long is the workshop?
I think it'll give us probably maybe about 15 more minutes. Teams probably give us about another 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Well,
but this, once again, if it's okay, this video is being recorded, and I can also share the PowerPoint presentation with the YouTube links that you share. Additionally, as well, I'll create a little packet to send out through third through fifth, and just for time's sake, if we don't have time to watch this video, I will share all the YouTube links as well.
thank you. Because
absolutely,
I want to get to some more stuff. Okay, so now I really want to talk about those reading strategies. Again, on one shoulder I have I have our coach, Miss Carissa Worthy, which is our phenomenal K-5 math coach. I also have on the other shoulder Miss Deanna Donald, who is our K-5 literacy coach, and she is phenomenal. I mean, like really good. And she talks about reading strategies all the time. And she actually she does side-by-side coaching with our teachers and modeling how those reading strategies should look like and sound like in the classroom. So this is just a few that I'm going to talk about, but again, she'll be talking about some more in the next 2 weeks. So please make sure you come to her session that will give another breakdown of literacy strategies. So one of the things that we really try to do is that annotating as we read, encouraging our children to highlight and underline key information, because again, you got to remember yourself as a reader. As a reader, I also highlight and underline when I'm trying to remember some key points. So that's some things that you just want to encourage your child to do. Like, tell us, where was that information found? Oh, did you highlight it? Did you underline it? It's okay. That's what you want to ask your child to do to help them break that content down. Also, I encourage your child to use sticky notes. There are sticky notes for everything. I love sticky notes. I wish I actually invested in 3M when they brought out the sticky notes. But sticky notes are great because again, it allows them to jot down a discussion question. It allows them to jot down maybe summarizing a key thought. So those sticky notes allow them to be able to recall some of the main points of that story. So again, buying them some sticky notes to say, hey, use this as you are reading and tell me and have them retell what that story is all about. Asking your child authentic questions, like really asking them, like, what do you think the author was really telling you about? What is, really getting them to really think about what that story is about. Or maybe asking them, oh, I like how you gave me the ending of it, but what would be a different ending? Really asking them some different perspectives to get them to think about it in a different way. Another thing you can go into is the problem solutions and really asking them what are the problems, what's the effects, really allowing your child to think about different ways of how the story is unfolding. But one of the most important things that we want to make sure that your child is doing is reading. And we say read, and we really mean read. It is important that our child at third grade should be reading at least 30 minutes a day. The more they read, the better they can comprehend the information. So we're asking you to not only ensure that they are are doing their I ready for 30 minutes a day, but also that they are reading independently. Because what our students are getting when they're doing the Georgia Milestone, they are getting complex text, that long passages. It's not a little one passage essay and you do a multiple choice. They have like a 6 to 7 passage essay in third grade. Yes, and then they have to sometimes compare it with another passage that's as long and then answer questions. So getting your child to just read is one of the most important things that you can do, and then asking those follow-up questions like, okay, tell me about what you read. And it might be a moment where it takes a moment for them to get the information or share that information, but it will get faster the more you ask those questions. So those are some few things that we want to share with you, but I definitely want to make sure I take you to a couple of our websites. So again, this is just a few, and Miss Freeman is going to be so kind to share a lot of the copy of this PowerPoint with everyone who's on this call. But I do want you to just again take away these two things: I ready for reading and math, and your child to read every day. Okay. Now,
Real
I
quick,
will.
real quick, one more shameless plug. Parents, one thing we noticed when we have to go into remote learning, our kids for some reason say, I don't know how to log into iReady. My iReady's not working. Do not let them fool you. They log onto ClassLink every single day. They know that lunch number in, out, backwards, and forwards. Do not let them fool you. They don't have to get on anything special to get on iReady. On some tablets and devices, it does not work. But other than that, on ClassLink, they are able to get on iReady. So I'm sorry, I'm snitching. I'm just throwing that out there. So just want to let you know.
Okay, I'm gonna just make sure I drop these in the chat real quick. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Um,
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hubbard.
oh, it's okay. I had to drop those links in the chat. I should have had them ready earlier. Uh, hopefully they right. Okay. If not, I come back. Let me go back to the links that I just dropped in the chat is our Georgia Milestone website. I really want you to make sure you go here, because here is where you will find your your child's grade, and it's like a study guide and a resource guide. And I'm just gonna like actually hit one, which is the 5th grade, and hopefully it comes up. Yes. Okay. So when you pull it up, you will be able to see not only the study guide, but some sample questions in here. Ooh, I'm going kind of fast. Uh, uh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to go a little bit to bear. It shows you like a good description of not only the rubric, but also the sample questions. And I want to go to what, oh yeah, here we go. Here's the one where you see the actual passage. And you notice again, those passages are rather lengthy. And then again, this is 2 pages for the passage. It's not a short passage. And then it also this one has a writing task that goes with it, because in for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, you not only are doing reading, but you also are doing writing. So they will have to read a long passage and then actually do a detailed writing sample. And writing is very important. So we're asking, them to be able to construct an opinion essay or a narrative essay, or, again, being able to be able to show a strong introduction and also call people to action and do a conclusion. Is so much that goes into writing. And again, I can just go on all the things that's needed. We are teaching those things to our students, but again, it's so important for them to practice it on a daily basis. Okay, so I want to get down to a couple of math pieces, so let me keep scrolling. Uh, oh, still so sad. I'm still in reading.
So while she's scrolling, again, I can't echo the importance of building that reading stamina, because as you can see, the length of these passages it is really in-depth reading. and we need our kids to be able to sustain through that. So we can't allow them to not push through difficult reading passages. And that means we need to practice. And so parents, this resource is out there. It's on the website. So make sure you bookmark this website and look at the study guide. So now let's look at the math.
Okay, and I really want to get to this one because again, this is where we are doing a lot more technology. They are taking it online first of all. So not only do they have to process the question, but they have to actually demonstrate their understanding by using like either a drag and drop or even shading in information and then writing a actual response. And that is what I want you to see that is evident in this particular problem, where we're talking about again fractions and multiplying and being able to tell which one is less than 3, equal to 3, or greater than 3. And it can be it's a multitude of ways to do this particular problem to be able to show their understanding. So again, it's a lot in here, and it's definitely I think it's something that is worthwhile for your child to review. And of course it gives you a lot of my mouse is really slippery. It does give you some vocabulary to review, but again, it shows you where they should be and what they should practice doing. So I hope that you definitely use that. And then another website I put in there was a website that will allow you to kind of like practice, do a little practice sample. And take a free GMAS test. And I've done that a couple times. So definitely get into that. And without further ado, because I do have a few more minutes, we are going to do a Kahoot. Give me 1 minute to get my Kahoot up.
So parents, we need you to let your kids practice with their typing as well, because they are typing their responses. This is a digital assessment.
Okay, so the Kahoot is about to start, and it's really quick. So everybody get your phones out. Join me on Kahoot. And Miss Wallace is not allowed to play. Oh, and Dr. Smith is not allowed to play.
Fine. If you're on your computer and want to open another window, but it'd be easier on your phone, you can go to kahoot.it.
Thank you for joining.
Mrs. Hubbard.
Yes.
When you just told Wallace she couldn't play, she sounded a little salty, did she, when she was giving that? Did she sound a little salty?
I like to play Kahoot, but that's okay.
A little bit.
She did.
I've dropped it in the chat. It is kahoot.it. I'm sorry, let me put the HTTPS. But that was adorable.
Yeah. Between her and Dr. Smith, I can't win. You know, Dr. Smith wins everything all the time. And you know, Wallace loves to play.
Thank you, Miss Sanders, for joining. Thank you, Kalina92.
And listen, parents, this is why you need your kids, because we play Kahoot all the time and they got them fast fingers. And Kahoot, if you've never played, it's all about speed.
Yes. That's exactly what I was going to say. It's about the speed of your responses. You can have the correct response, but the winner is the fastest person for the response. Farida, are you helping mom join? There we go. Is that Matt? I'm not sure. That's you, mom? Okay. I see some more names. I see Tatum. I'm looking for my parents who I know's names that I can identify.
And this is a quick game. We got 5 questions. We'll see how much you've been listening to our presentation. And I'm gonna get ready to start now because I'm at 6:55. Okay. So starting and getting ready. Starting now. What is not a way to prepare my child for a GMAS assessment? it's not right. It was supposed to say which one is. I'm sorry. Okay, we all.
Over here, like, maybe I misunderstood. Okay.
No, that was a human error, which we
That
are
was.
all. We're going because yes, you should have your child complete that 30 minutes every single night. Oh, that's fine, Miss Gilbert. We understand you're driving, but absolutely an error on our part. But I'm glad you're here either way.
Thank you. Here we go. Let's try it again. Okay. We're gonna throw that one out. When will the Georgia Milestone be given to elementary students?
All right, I know we should get some answers here. I have two people come on with it, running out of time, and Miss Hubbard, 10 seconds is too quick.
Well, I was trying to really think about you. I thought you was gonna get in. I was like, make sure you the real fast finger person. But I did get 3 people. Yes, yes.
And Miss Gilbert with May 4th.
Okay, Miss Gilbert in the chat.
Thank you, Miss Gilbert.
All right now. All right. Okay, you guys are doing it.
So we have Kalina in the lead.
Brookview goal is to reach 95% participation of our 3rd through 5th grade graders for Georgia Milestone. True or false? Oh, yes.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true.
Let's see what happened in the chat.
And she said true as well, Miss Gilbert.
Great job, everybody. Okay, we still got is it Kalina?
Kalina still in the lead.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
But Ramara's right behind her.
Okay, Georgia DOE is submitted added for every student to see act plan for 2022, which means what? All right. It means that the milestones, content mastery, and participation will count. That is important for us to remember. Participation and them passing the content for ELA and math. We got somebody that took the lead. You hot?
Okay, Miss Beasley, and I see you, Miss Gilbert, over here on chat.
Okay, now this is the last.
She is all the way in via chat.
Oh, yes, she is. I love it. Okay, this is the last one, y'all. True or false? 3rd and 5th, they must show proficiency on the Georgia Milestone assessment in order to pass to the next grade. True or false? I gave a lot of time for this one. True.
It is true. So we have to show proficiency on the Georgia Milestone to be promoted to the next grade. 3rd grade's proficiency is ELA. 4th grade is the kind of gray area, but 5th grade has to pass the reading and the math.
Both. Yes. Okay, let's see who take it away. We should have some extra people's points for them. Is that Maddie?
3rd place we had Maddie. 2nd place Kalina, and for the gold, Ramara, Miss Beasley. But I want to give a strong shout out to Miss Gilbert from the chat.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for playing with me. Thank you for your time and your attention. You all rock. I appreciate you. I'm gonna leave that so y'all won't hear all that information and come back over here to where I'm supposed to be. Okay. Now, current slide. Okay. We have any questions or anything before I leave and turn it over to Miss Freeman?
And
There's
Okay.
no
please
such
remember,
thing
even if
as
you
a
don't,
dumb question. So if you have any questions, do I hear someone talking?
I think that might have been me. And what I was about to say, parents, if you can't think of anything now, if you think of anything, please feel free to email us, email your child's teacher. If they don't know the answer, they'll find out from a higher power, and we will find out for you. So please remember, if you have any questions, if anything pops in your mind overnight, please don't hesitate to email us.
Mm.
And even if you email me, I will make sure the question is forwarded to the right person. Well, Mrs. Hubbard, first of all, I have to say thank you so much. That was amazing. And as a parent of a fifth grader myself who's taking the Georgia Milestones again this year, extremely informative. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here with us this evening. Parents, I have two quick things.
For the parent who put their sons in the chat, when I get into school tomorrow, I'll make sure that I can add them in, and we will put them in starting next week. Okay. Thank you. Go ahead, Miss Freeman.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I did not see that. Really quickly, guys, before I do my shameless plug for this evening, as you see, that is our evaluation link. And that basically, as a Title I school, we are mandated to have these workshops. And all of this evaluation is just lets us know how we're doing, how you enjoyed the workshop. Did you get anything out of it? Would you like to see anything else more, anything else like it, and what you all would like to see? So I'm going to share that in the chat. And I'm also going to
I can't. Did she stop talking?
Freeman, you were muted again. It just switched back.
I'm trying.
Okay. We can hear you now.
We hear you. So I'll just pick up where you are right now. So what Ms. Freeman is saying is one of the things that we require as a Title I school is to get feedback on the workshops and all the things that we're doing to engage our families. And it is critical that we get that feedback from you. So on the screen, you have a survey, and it's also dropped in the chat. You can scan your QR, but we really, really, really need feedback to, number one, show proof that we are having our workshops and that if it was beneficial to you or not, so that we know how to grow and improve for the next one. I want to remind everyone that we have our literacy workshop on March 3rd. Again, we have the literacy workshop on March 3rd. Make sure that you are reading. Make sure reading the newsletters that are coming out, checking Class Dojo because we post there, and we're emailing, texting, and calling you to death. So please, please, please make sure that you do that because that's how you will know when our workshops are coming. And they're also listed on our website. So if you would, please, before leaving today, make sure that you complete the evaluation on the Bitly. Also, I saw some parents that are interested in adding their students to extended learning. If you would just kind of stay on for a second so we can make sure we have your child. I know that's Madison's Price's mom. And then I saw Demetrius Roddy and Demarius Roddy. And Ashley Purdue, who's your baby? So that we can get your babies added to the tutoring. Kamora Purdue. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I was able to unmute finally. Really quickly, parents, before I lose you, thank you again for your time. Thank you for your patience. Really quickly, this is coming from the device coordinator, Mrs. Freeman. Parents, we have got to watch our students on these laptops. I just want to be honest because I know we're so busy every day, and I get it. We please monitor your students on these laptops. Make sure they know nothing that they do is private. Fulton County is monitoring everything they do. And some students' laptops, I'm going to be honest, are being locked. They can virtually lock their laptops when they're doing things that they're not supposed to do. Additionally, please make sure they are taking care of it like you paid for it. Once again, I don't know if you know, but each charger they lose is $30. Each laptop they crack the screens or break the casing, That's $100. And every lost device is $250. Please keep that in mind, and no, they don't demand the money up front. Your student will still get another laptop, but they may not be able to bring it home. And additionally, these fees will be applied to their account. So when they go for graduation in 12th grade, they're going to bring up this laptop charger for $30. So I just want to make you guys aware. Please, please, please make sure we're monitoring as best as possible our students on these devices, and just make sure they're giving them tender love and care and taking care of them, please. And also, thank you all so much again. And Mrs. Worthy did a math workshop, and I will share that YouTube link as well with you all when I share all of the information for this also. And I will turn it over to Mrs. Wallace at this point.
Parents, we thank you so much for, number one, your connection to Brookview. Thank you for your willingness to be here after a long day, I'm sure, of work and everything else. We appreciate you, and we will do our best to get back to some sense of normalcy and get back in our building safely. Because I need to see my parents so that I can bug my parents and recruit and get them to support in our school. If any of you are interested in joining our school governance council or PTA, we need both. We need parents that are going to be willing to put in the work and help us to really continue the progress that we've had thus far. So if you're interested, please send us the email. You can drop it in the chat. Thank you, Ms. Purdue, who is interested in PTA. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. So if you are interested, so we join PTA. The issue, Ms. Gilbert, is we don't have people to be in positions for PTA. So we have an interim PTA president, that's Ms. Freeman here, but we don't have, like, we need a treasurer, we need a secretary, we have to have a governing body. So we need parents to, and we try to get parents to say, hey, they'd be willing to do that. We need parents to commit to it so that we can keep going. We've had one PTA fundraiser that was very successful, but honestly, it was mostly my staff facilitating that, and I need parents. PTA is Parent Teacher Association. So that P is the biggest thing, key to that. And School Governance Council is my governing body, and they are comprised of parents, they are comprised of community members, as well as employees, and they help to make decisions for the school. Yesterday, we had an SGC meeting. I went through the entire school budget, and they had to approve my budget for the upcoming school year. The School Governance Council is an awesome opportunity to be informed, and they are invaluable. We actually need one parent seat is up for this year. So we would love for any parent who would be interested to be a part of the SGC. We only meet once a month, but we get to the work. One of the things we were able to accomplish last year was designing an outdoor classroom for us, and we now have outdoor seating, outdoor tables, and picnic area for our kids, and that was all through the School Governance Council. So we are able to do big things and do them swiftly, but again, it takes people. So I need parents, we need you. So Miss Bambi, can you tell me who your kids are so I can give them credit for you being here? And if you would drop your name in the chat and your kid's name so that we can get in contact with you. And Ms. Freeman has dropped in there information regarding PTA or SGC. Just email Ms. Freeman at freemantc@fultonschools.org. My apologies, y'all. That was my child. Just talking. So thank you so much. So Ms. Purdue, you want to add Kamora? Okay, I'm writing it down. Kamora, Skylar, and Daryl.
Is this for the extended day?
I know she was interested in extended. I wrote her down as one of the parents. And Bambi, if I could just know who your child is, we can connect about the SGC or PTA. Yeah. So again, I want to thank you. We want to honor your time. We started at 6:10. It is now 7:10. Exactly an hour of that. And if you don't have any further questions or any further comments, feel free after you completed the evaluation. Feel free, feel free to